Hey, Manny CA here, and today I thought I'd do a review on the differences between the GP100 and the Smith & Wesson 686. There you go. We've got both of them here for you. Yeah, it's another great day out here in the communist West, and we're going to be doing some shooting today, some comparison, which one is best, which one you guys might think is right for you. Then we're going to go through and we're going to do a detailed slick up of the GP. So let's start off, man, because we got a lot to get through. Let's see, we've got some round nose ammo today. And we've also got some flat point that we're going to be shooting. The round nose just because we're shooting at steel targets and you don't want anything bouncing back on us. These are all hand cast and loaded by us. All right, here's the Smith. Again, you guys have seen this one before with the target grips on there. We've got the 6-round cylinder. Look at that, very nice. And of course, good old GP100. The Ruger, this is in 357. Look at that. Direct competition with the Smith. 6-round cylinder, six shots. These guys are both 4-inch barreled. See that? The sights, almost directly the same. The hammer, look at the Smith has got the wider beaver tail hammer right there, you know, and the sights, look at that. I do have to say that the Ruger has the advantage in this with the sights, the front sight actually being able just to be pressed off with that button right there. And then this whole sight comes right out and you can swap out whatever color, height that you want. I think that is really cool. But if you look at these guns, I mean, the checkering on the top or the straight lines on the top, look at that. They are dead, almost dead on the same. Look, the cylinder, let's see. I brought out the calipers today in case you guys are so inclined to decide on one to shoot for carrying. This is 1.52. The Ruger is dead to nuts same. So very interesting. Let's measure the cylinder. Let's see how long the cylinder is. Because you know sometimes you guys want to shoot a little bit of a longer bullet. What we got here? You guys want to shoot a little bit of a longer bullet. You can see the bullet variances. Sometimes you got a short one, sometimes you got a long one. These are both 38 special cases we're going to be shooting anyway. So sometimes that little point right here will make the whole difference as to whether the gun will close and cycle or not. So you can see when you put it in there. You see? And this guy, so again, we're safe. Everything's unloaded. We've got 1.625, I'll say. 1.625 on the Smith. And on the Ruger, just 1.6, I'll say, yeah, 1.6, yeah, just a little, I mean a tad shorter, but you know, sometimes you need that little bit extra room, the length in here, especially if you're loading heavier bullets. But I couldn't, yeah, very interesting, especially since they're both, you know, they're both made for each other, or they were produced by the market for the same people. With the 4-inch barrel, let me show you guys. So you could get a little bit better grip. Of course, the grips on the bottom, those are interchangeable. That's a non-starter. You could do whatever you want with that. But I mean, the width on the gun's about the same. The length of the barrels are 4-inch. They're the same. Stainless, about the same. So just something for you guys to think about. Oh, let's look at the hammer, or the trigger, sorry. And the trigger, the GP is a little slender. A little more slender. Compared to the Ruger, is a little bit flatter. So just some points to consider if you guys are thinking about picking one of these up. I know what you guys are thinking. Enough with the talk, let's do some shooting. Okay, and to be fair, we are gonna shoot these both in double action mode. You see? Just so there's no single action taking place. Oh yeah, and the GPs definitely has a longer pull. Longer trigger pull. In double action, I gotta say the Smith is smoother, but you guys know why. But we're gonna take care of that with this guy. We'll show you what to do with him on a later video and a later date. So let's get our ears on and let's do some shooting here. I think we're gonna shoot some round nose just for the heck of it. Just to get the shooting started. And like I said, we're gonna shoot strictly double. We'll load this guy up. And we'll load this one up. And again, we're just going to shoot double action just so it's fair. And we'll do some single action also, maybe if you feel like it. So you can come around and you'll see where the length of the cylinder makes a difference then. I'll lift these up. Take a look inside there. You see that? These guys are coming a little more to the surface. These guys are a little more recessed. So just so you have an idea of what's going on. Let's start with the Smith. I like the Smith. Love Smith. Smooth as silk. Let's come around over here. We've got our standard steel targets set up. Let's see. Let's start off with this guy right here. Like I said, double only. All right. Same point of aim. Yeah. So very smooth, very nice with this load. Remember, this load hasn't been tailored for any of these guns. This is a load I shoot out of the Ruger Blackhawk. So something to keep in mind, that the loads that we're shooting are not made for each gun. All right, let's shoot the GP now, and same thing. This is the first time I'm shooting this one. No work has been done to this gun. We haven't slicked anything out. All we've done with it is just brought it out here to shoot. I kind of like the way, kind of like when you guys really go shooting, you get a gun, you don't know how it is. I don't like to have anything staged. Oh, you could definitely feel the recoil a little bit more pronounced in this gun. Yeah. They seem to be dead on. There we go. They seem to be dead on when it comes to accuracy. But we're about 25 yards, so that doesn't really tell us much for now. We'd have to do some more plinking around. Oh, some first person offhand action. Wow. Ooh, that hurts. Huh? Oh yeah. Oh, doves are flying around. It's too bad dove season's closed already. Yeah. Oh, hey, Happy New Year to you guys. You got that right. We're in the new year here. Second day of the new year. Yesterday, we were going to come out shooting, but you know what? Yesterday was our day off from news and everything. We just hung out, you know, hang out with the family, things you got to do. Shooting's fun. We did some hunting the day before. I'll put those pictures up on the blog if you guys want to see what we caught. No filming on that one. That was just too busy shooting quail and rabbits and having fun. Now let's try the what's this? The GP one more time. Let's get this guy. See, on this trigger on this one, you can stage it pretty well, so you're surprised when it breaks. Let me see if I can stage it so I can stop it. All right. Oh, see, that didn't work for me that time. And you know what? This is definitely a carry gun because I'm getting a lot of the recoil right back here. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of like a bright spot on the grips. The rubber grips are nice, but the gun is lighter. It's a real light. I don't have a scale with me, but it is lighter than the Smith. Okay, and it could just be because of they got rubber grips here compared to the wood grips here, and I know it's the recoil on the Smith just feels a lot less. I'm thinking it's because of the grip design, and I'll show you guys what the grip design looks like. See that? You see we got the little bit of a what they call the plow handle on the bottom to help you control the muzzle rise when you're shooting. So something like that, I'm thinking. And you want to see the muzzle crown. We shot a couple more rounds out of the Ruger, out of the Smith. So we're not developing a muzzle star like I was telling you guys about, where you have the really good bullet to barrel fit. You can see that? It's starting to develop on here, which means you've got a great fit on the gun. So you don't really have to worry about leading. So on the Smith, it's starting to develop. Take a look at that, just a little bit. So let's shoot a little bit more of the Smith here. We got the same, these are this is a Lyman round nose mold that we're using. Old time mold, 162 grain mold. We're shooting 6 grains of unique out of these. So this is a work and load. So you can shoot these out. I'd say you could do 100 yards with this easy. Let's hit the same thing now. The way I'm gripping this, not putting too much trigger finger in the trigger. You see? That's what I'm doing right there. But full contact with the bottom. Let's get to see if we can stage the trigger. Watch the trigger. There we go. You see, so it's staged right there. All I got to do is give it another little. And yeah, it just feels a heck of a lot more comfortable shooting with this style of grip. This is definitely a target gun. Very, very nice. I like when I shoot my revolvers, there we go. When I shoot my revolvers, I'll put this hand like this and lock my thumbs back like that. I like that. And then stage the trigger. See that? Right there. It's easier, it seems like it's easier to stage the trigger in the Smith. And then, there, see? Stage the trigger back. Hold on. Stage the trigger back, and now you know a little bit more and you can pull that trigger. So just some fun stuff that we're having with the Smith today. And apples to apples, I think it's apples to apples comparison with two of these iconic guns that have been around. I think the Smith, this 686 has been around, I want to say since the 90s, early 90s, late 90s, somewhere around there. I got to look it up. Don't quote me on that. And then the GP100, I think it's 87. I want to say it came out in 87, and it replaced the single 6 and the security 6. I think it was a security 6, yeah. So let's shoot the Smith one more time just because it's oh so smooth. You guys saw the work we did with the trigger on this gun. Just all so smooth, man. Let's stage that trigger. Man. I like the red sight. I've had people shoot this gun and they were telling me they didn't like the red sight on here, but I think the red sight's a good addition. There you go. And you can look down there. The red sight's really, really high vis. See that? Especially with the white outline bar. Really easy to pick up. Let me show you the GP. Don't move. Here we go. Whereas with the GP, you've got that black front sight silhouette right there. Like, line it up. There we go. You see that? So, not too bad. But, again, it would come down to personal preference and, you know, what's available in your area and what kind of grips you want to put. But definitely the big grips like this, these Target wood grips on the Smith, very, very comfortable. But again, you know that. These are the grips. These are stock grips that came with this one. So these stock grips just, you know, they're utilitarian. The only thing is they stick to your clothes. You know what I mean? They stick really good. Whereas the wood would kind of just, you know, smooth out. Let's try one more time with the 100 here. Let's go for the small one over here. Let's see how we could do our trigger control. Let's see if we can stack the trigger with this guy. There we go. Ooh, dead center shot. Not bad. Very nice. I'm getting the same point of aim, giving the same point of aim and having the same contact. Looks like point of impact. Oh, never enough rounds. Can you imagine if they made like a 12-shot revolver? That would be cool, wouldn't it? Maybe not real traditional, but very fun. So we're going to shoot a little bit more just because we can. Why not? Let's shoot some of these guys. Check these out. This is an old Lyman mold. It's supposed to be a copy of a Keith round. But let's see how this guy goes. It's a 148 grainer, I think, but it has the round lube groove on it instead of the square lube groove, just to make it easier when you're shooting, when you're lubing your bullets. Let's do this. Let's shoot right down there. Very nice. Oh, yes. So, yeah, getting a little, we're getting a little speed in that sucker right there. All right, let's shoot the Smith one more time. Oh, there we go. The proper way to load and unload these guys, when you unload, like I said, grip it right in here and give it a nice smooth. If you're in a fight, gunfight, you'd grip it and punch it, let the shells fall to the ground. Here at the range, we just grip it and grab everything like this. To load up, I put my finger through the window, right? And using these fingers to turn, you can take 2 at a time, drop them in. Turn, 2, drop. That is the way we've always shot these guys. Turn. The gun's not going to go anywhere. You're not going to lose control of it. And then when it's time to shoot, you always use, I like to use the crane here to close it. Don't ever push it from here because you could warp the crane. I know, it's annoying. Let's do a little bit more rapid fire with this guy this time at this, just for the heck of it, see how it works. Oh man. Oh, getting a little carried away there. Just a little carried away. See, that's how we unload. So hopefully you guys kind of got a look and see how we, you know, how they stack up. Apple to apples comparison. 2 really good, classic, iconic handguns. Of course, you get all dirty shooting them. Look at that. Dirty powder. Now we got to clean these guns again. After we did the detail cleaning on the Smith. Man, that's okay. Our buddy won't mind, right? Our buddy won't mind if we go through and clean them up for him, right? I don't think he likes cleaning up anyway. But a couple of you guys were asking me about how to disassemble the cylinder on this. And we're going to do a video on it because it's completely different than the Smith or a Colt, by the way. So, something to keep in mind. A little bit of a Happy New Year video for you guys. Hopefully you guys get some information. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, send them over to us down below. If you guys prefer one over the other, tell us why. We're going to start shooting, and we're going to keep shooting today, most of the day actually. I think we're running a little long in the video. What do you want? It's the way it goes. Till next time.